check everyone. Yeah, but kids are kids.
But I don't know.